What's up, everyone? So I know it's been a while, but I've still been vlogging for all of you. So here are some snippets from the latest escapade of studying, which has been crazy to say the least, but I'm inching closer and closer to test day, and it's anxiety-provoking, emotions everywhere, but at the same time, it's fun. I love learning, and so here are this week's emotions. Morning, everyone. It's gonna be a crazy day, but I just got woken up. Well, I woke up. I stayed up till 3 yesterday, and so right now it's around 10. I actually woke up, showered, meditated, that I feel really good. And this is like the second day in a row that I've done it, because meditation was on and off. But for the first time in a long time, the start of my day is usually very high cortisol and very little serotonin. And today it's like reversed. Cortisol is a bit lower and serotonin's a bit higher. And I do attribute that to the meditating. So I'm pretty happy. I'm going to get my day started with a bunch of flashcards, and then I'm going to try to do 2 to 3 UWorld blocks, and then I'm going to go to the gym one day at a time, one step at a time, but I'll take you with me. We got this. We got this. If you're doing something, you got this. Just keep grinding. You're making progress. Yo, I have been going hard today. Like, wow. I literally did not know that I was going this hard because every now and then I take breaks, and I've been measuring the time I'm working on my app. So I still take breaks, and in those breaks obviously I'll go on social media. And today I went on Facebook, and it was 6 p.m. and I hadn't checked for the whole day. And I was like, wow, that never happens. So it's been a crazy day. I just went through a video on the pharyngeal pouches, arches, clefts, and I just love it when science comes together. There were so many connections I made in that video with neurology, with underlying embryology, with the connection to why these muscles are innervated the way they're innervated. And when science makes sense, that is one of the best things for me. I get so excited because I can actually start making connections and start realizing why these hard questions that I was oh my god, how do they expect me to know this, are not actually that hard. I realize why the tongue's innervations are entirely different. I realize why the thymus is the way it is. It's amazing. And so I'm definitely going to sit down tonight and just go through. I made a bunch of flashcards for it, first of all, but I'm going to go through that by writing it out, really making sure I understood it, and going from there. But I really did have a good time. I did do 2 UWorld things today. I finished over 1,600 cards, and now I have reviewed these concepts, and my goal by the end of tonight is to finish reviewing my 2 UWorld, get these new concepts in that I obviously am going to learn from what I got wrong in UWorld, and call it a day, because tomorrow is the start of the weekend, and that's going to be a really great way to kind of end today. And usually at the start of the weekend, what I'll do is take a practice test. So tomorrow's gonna be my practice test day. So today I'm hoping to get a decent amount in and be ready for the test tomorrow. We'll see. Keep at it, guys. Keep at it. So I just finished watching the opening ceremony for the Lakers game after Kobe's passing. Emotional. He's tough, man. He's tough. This guy was a legend. Keep on keeping on. Stuff like this just puts a lot of stuff into perspective. Studying is hard, whatever, but just be grateful for everything, and especially take inspiration from others, and tell others how much they mean to you, and enjoy what you're doing every step of the way. This week's been tough, man. Look at this. Astounding. Anyway, it helps. I'm just going to stop talking for now. It's been a tough week. Definitely a tough week. So back at work, it's about 10. I definitely will be sleeping a bit late today. I mean, as I've told you guys, I sleep late, wake up a bit late because that just works for me. But one thing that I'm realizing in study period is also like there's a very fine delineation between time and content. What do I mean by that? Like everything has a trade-off, and for the first time in my life, I'm getting to a point where I'm like, should I even bother going into this? Like there's just so much content that sometimes the biggest thing is to get through a certain amount rather than try to get every nick and detail and every nick and cranny of every concept. And this is not a delineation I've had to make mostly in my life. At least like in undergrad, I would be able to like spend enough time reviewing my concept and like just cram until the exam and be ready. But at least for this test, I feel like there's such a big like just go, like go, and like it's sometimes a bit more important to get a superficial understanding of everything but then a very deep understanding of a few things. So sometimes it's just more important to get through, like today I have 80 questions, just get through reviewing them, and if there are big gaps, write them down, try to come back to them. But it's more important to at least get through and hit all the questions and make sure you understand why you got each one wrong than to like spend 30 minutes on one question and be like, oh, I really want to understand everything about this question, which is like a tendency that most people have. At least me, I have that tendency. So yeah, just some food for thought. I'm gonna get back to it, and we'll go from there. Took my practice test, and the problem with step studying is, like, I took a practice test on my second week of studying, and I scored higher than I did now, which is crazy. Because on my second week, I didn't know anything. And so it's just hilarious because now I have like 3 weeks in, I'm a bit more stressed. I'm even grinding way more. I'm like working my ass off. And it's just like a little disappointing to know that I'm either in the same place or getting worse. But I guess that's the thing with learning, right? Like you just kind of accept where your position is, reflect on it and try to get better, which is what I'm going to try to do. At least I didn't do worse. I have had instances. I think I had instances in the last 2 weeks where I did worse than I did in my second week. Maybe in my second week I was just like really on top of my game and it was beginner's luck. But yeah, slowly upward trending. So just kind of believe in myself, stick to the protocol, and go from there. What's up, everyone? So today was the Super Bowl. So today was also my quote-unquote rest day, even though I ended up working for about 9 hours. But point being, I ended up watching the Super Bowl with some of my friends. I just came back from a walk with one of my friends. What time is it? It's about 11:15. So I'm going to go shower. I'm going to try to finish up reviewing a UWorld block from my test yesterday. And then I'm just going to do some straight content review, man. I guess like that's it. Like you do questions, but I also realize like I just got to get more content in. Or maybe that's not what I realize. I have a schedule and I'm trying to stick to it, and that's kind of what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, like, it's a lot. One thing that I will say is like, I feel like sometimes I learn things, I get it in the moment, and then the test comes around, and the time pressure is a lot for me, and like you just forget things. You forget things, and there's just so much stuff that like in the moment I understand a bunch of things, and then it comes time to shine and just forget them. It just like, where did it go? In the moment it makes logical sense, and there's this perfect story that I'm telling myself about how it works, and then boom, it's gone. So I don't know, it's tough, man, it's tough. So just keeping at it, one day at a time, and we'll try to stay sane together. Also, because I'm at home right now, I get to be with my parents, which is the best, but my mom loves this. Like, she goes to Baskin Robbins and gets the cappuccino blast like once on a daily, weekly basis. I'm not gonna lie, pretty good, pretty damn good. All right, let's go shower and get to work. Thoughts from the shower. So I just showered, and now I'm gonna get ready to work. It's about 11:30. But I was just thinking in the shower because, as I said, I'm always thinking about science because it's just something I love. And like what I was thinking, well, in the beginning, I was thinking about like SIADH, and I was thinking about pitting edema. I was thinking about non-pitting edema, transudate, exudate. I was thinking about all of those things. But then I got out of the shower, and what I was then thinking of is just like, man, I love science. Like, I love it. I can just think about it all the time. The other thing I was thinking about in the shower was like I learned about hyper IgE syndrome today. The other thing I was thinking about is like fructose 6 fructose 6 phosphate is converted into fructose 1,6 bisphosphate by PFK1, which is negatively inhibited by ATP and citrate, but is positively stimulated by positively stimulated by fructose 2,6 bisphosphate, which is made by PFK2, which is stimulated by insulin. But then fructose 2,6 bisphosphatase is stimulated by glucagon. And that gets rid of, like I was thinking about all these things. And I was just like, this is fascinating. And that just got me onto the point of like, man, if I love science, like that's kind of all I want to be the best at, is loving science. Like a score on this test, sure, a great score would mean a lot to me. But I think what matters most to me is I can prove to myself that I still love what I'm learning. And if I'm the guy who still loves science the most, then like I can come out of this test and be totally okay, because it's like, maybe I don't know all of the science, but I love it. And so if I get stuff wrong, I'll just learn from it. And like the rest of my career is going to be about science. It's not going to be about step one. So if I come out of this experience loving science more, then like that's the point of studying, which is I'm going to set myself up for a career where I'm going to love everything even more because I came out of studying loving science more. So yeah, just some thoughts from my shower. And now I'm going to work. I really hope I don't drop this phone on my face. Let's go. Just finishing my workout here. Still going every day, which is pretty impressive actually, because I've had ups and downs, but keeping gym up. And now I'm gonna go home, getting a bit more studying, but I haven't really talked to you guys that much today, so let me just give you an update. I woke up around 9 today. When I wake up, I actually do meditate. I do some personal exercises because I do deal with like a lot of just like mumbo jumbo in the morning, so I actually do have to do that. So I don't start working until around 10. From 10 to 1, I'm just grinding with flashcards. From 1 to 5, I'm doing my UWorld section and then reviewing. 5 to 6, I'm coming to the gym, doing my gym thing. Going home, gonna eat lunch and dinner with my family, and work until like 10, and then go for a walk with one of my friends. And that schedule has been about the same since I started vlogging, but the crazy part is I've actually picked up the amount of time I work. So I think last week, I actually had around like 77 hours, and I'll do a full breakdown of that, but I had around 77 hours of work last week, and yesterday was my day off, but I still ended up working about 9 hours. And today I think I'm already at around 8 hours, and I'm hoping to end the day with about 11 hours. So that's kind of where it is. The car's telling me to stop vlogging, but I'm gonna go home and keep you guys updated, okay? What's up, everyone? So I usually don't like vlogging in the beginning of the day because I haven't finished anything, so I feel kind of like, oh, if I say I'm gonna do this, I won't actually do it. But I'll try to use today as a way to keep myself motivated and say that I will be productive today. So I will be productive today. I have a bunch of flashcards, so I'm always going to start my day off with that. It's around 9:20. But you can see as the week progresses, just like a little bit more and more sleep deprived. Wears on you. But hey, we like it. We like it. We like it. Push through. Push through. Woo! So it's officially like 3, maybe 4. I've gotten some comments about like how the time is never right. It's because the clocks at my house at New Haven are always on the wrong time. I don't use that clock. The clock I use is on my desk. But anyway, right now it's probably around 3, 4. I just finished a UWorld block. Did pretty well. Pretty pumped about that. Celebrate your successes, but also reflect on the failures. So now at this point I have 3 UWorld blocks to review because I still have 2 that I'm catching up on. So I'm only going to do 1 UWorld block today. I've actually gotten to the point where I've been able to do 2 without feeling too crazily stressed. And so I do 2 every day with about 2 to 3 hours of Anki, with about like 2 to 3 hours of content review, with about like, I don't know, like X amount of time to review. So it takes up at least like 7 to 8 hours of just straight working. And then it's add on like another 3 to 4 hours of like content review, which I want to try to get to do. One obstacle that I am struggling with right now is the discrepancy between content review and questions. And I think maybe some of this will start clearing up as I get closer to test day. But part of me goes into taking some of these questions and I'm like, do I need to do more content review And then when I'm doing content review, I'm like, damn, I should just be doing questions. Like, you know, content is so vague. Because with questions, you know where the questions are coming from, so you can work backwards to study the content that's relevant, as opposed to doing just vague content review. You don't even know if that will show up on questions as much, so you may be wasting some of your time trying to learn as much, but when something does show up on a question, you learn it backwards. That for sure is like quote-unquote high yield, which has become like a big thing for everyone to say. But anyway, for right now, what I'm going to do is I have 3 UWorld blocks today to review, so I'm only going to do one full UWorld block, which I just finished. I'm going to pretty much reflect on that one, reflect on the 2 other ones, and if I can finish all 3 of those by tonight, then I want to do content review tonight, and I also want to do one more UWorld block, because I still want to stay on pace. Because I'm on pace right now to finish UWorld, I think 1.5 weeks, or maybe even 1 week before my test day, which is perfect. Because I want to have that last week to potentially just chill, really grind out like all those last few things that I want to get in. And I don't know if any of you are using Goulian's lectures. This Professor Goulian's like this badass USMLE dude. I've been listening to those, and like another good idea that I'm having is maybe I'll like re-listen to all of those lectures within the last week to kind of recapitulate everything I've learned. So that's kind of where I'm at. I will say, like, you guys get a biased view of my studying because I only pick up the camera when I'm feeling good. When I'm not feeling good, I'm like, I don't want to talk. And there have been lots of highs and definitely lots of lows for studying. And all I can say is sometimes, like, talking does help. Sometimes just getting out of the house helps. Like, I go for a walk. I go to the gym. Sometimes I finish UWorld block and I do terribly, and I'm like, damn, I want to just stay here and review and figure out everything I did wrong. And I get into a cycle where I just kind of want to stay there and focus because I like feel bad that I didn't do well. And sometimes what I realize the best thing to do is actually take myself out of that situation, put myself somewhere else like the gym, and come back and look back on like, okay, why did I make these mistakes? And look at it with a fresh mindset. So yeah, gonna review now, and keep on keeping on, everyone. All right, dude.
What's up, dude? How's it going?
So what did I do? I vlogged this whole week.
Okay.
I took a practice test on Saturday, but I don't remember last time I picked this up. But this is Sanchit.
Hi.
I'm Prerak. Well, so wait, I want to tell them. So we take a walk around like this thing, which is our complex here.
Yeah.
I come out here and we just walk for an hour.
We walk for like an hour, get our steps in, catch up at night.
We feel like Indian. I honestly feel like this is like an Indian uncle thing.
This is definitely an Indian uncle thing, no doubt.
And we're not even Indian uncles yet.
We're not yet. Not yet.
But we're exercising, and I'm getting like 5,000-6,000 steps, which is pretty good for someone who's studying 12 hours a day.
It's a pretty good deal.
All right. Well, this is Sanchit. Now you guys know him. He'll be in my new future vlogs.
See ya.
Time to go home, dude. See ya. He has a Tesla. Look at that shit. See ya. All right. Well, that's the whole week for you guys. I want to just summarize everything. So I did end up working about like 75 hours in that week that you just saw, which is crazy. I'll link the stats right there. But basically at this point, you saw the first vlog I was at, and I was actually not that much. I was at like 8 hours a day. Now I'm like really ramping up. Like now, Prerak is going. Like you can't slow me down at this point. But I'm trying to hit at least 11 hours a day and give myself a rest day, quote unquote, which ends up being like 9 hours of work still. But whatever. So I'm working 11 hours a day, doing a lot of UWorld. Things are coming together, which is reassuring. I feel good. I feel sane. I feel happy. I'm getting walks with my friends. I'm still staying sane. So I don't know, man. I'm pretty happy, and I'm loving what I'm learning. Like that's the one thing that I feel like is the best. I can sit for 12 hours and just be okay because I love what I'm learning. Bunch of UWorld. I'm on track to finish UWorld ahead of schedule, which is great. I'm doing a great amount of content review. My Anki is still up. I'm going to do a video later on the amount of Anki I'm doing, but dude, my Anki pace and everything, I'm just good. I'm going, and I feel really good about it. I'm hitting at least 1,500 cards a day, at around like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, which is really good. And I'm adding new cards too, which is making me happy. So I don't know, things are coming together, but as I said, always highs and always lows, but I'm glad I'm talking about it with you guys because it keeps me grounded. So if you like this vlog, like, comment, share, subscribe. Know that you are not the only one going through the craziness of studying if you are studying for STEP. And we got this, guys. We got this. I'll see you in the next vlog.